Good morning, Gogglefrogs, and how are you today? Hopefully you've had a lovely, lovely, lovely weekend, and aren't you honoured today? Oh, rather, aren't we honoured? Because we've got Robert here. It's
Hello.
fabulous, and that's what I mean. He's here to share his lovely smile and his lovely words with us. So, hello, Robert. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you. Very
Good.
tired.
Oh, I know. He's very tired.
I'm planning on going back to bed soon.
He's still smiling though, which is really good, isn't it? So yeah. So anyway, actually let me just move that a little bit. Oh, I can't. So anyway, I hope that you've had a lovely weekend and you're all ready for Gogglefrogs this morning. And I picked up a few books, so I thought I'd have a quick chat about certain books, which is really good. And I know Robert will have lots to say. So first things first, I hope you've got a nice cuppa. Mine's a little bit cold now, but never mind. And I hope that you've got your knitting with you. And I've got mine with me. Haven't done a row since Saturday, last time. But between baking cakes and driving, I can't knit while I'm baking or icing a cake, and I can't knit while I'm driving. Not unless they I'm sure we'll be able to at one point in our lifetime. It is going to come. We all know that, but not quite yet. Not unless I get a chauffeur, and there's no chance of that at the moment. So sit back, relax, and we'll be with you for the next hour. So there's a lovely chat box. Just chat away in there. We'll read out the chat because you get a lovely replay, and hello to everyone on replay, and hello to everyone on YouTube. It doesn't record the chat box, and that's why we read it out, so you know what we're all been chatting about. So we have got a Facebook group, and we're going to have a little peek in the Facebook group later to share what people have been up to or what people have been sharing. And I think that's about it. You all right, Robert?
Yeah, I'm just watching Tofi. He doesn't seem to be himself this morning.
Oh.
That's
Well,
fine.
Sorry?
I said sorry. Go on, carry on.
No, don't apologise. We love our animals. So no, don't worry. So should we say some good mornings?
Yes, let's.
Yeah. Okay. Good morning, Safi. Hello, long time no see. The queen of pom-poms. And by that, she placed pom-poms all along her garden, hanging from the trees to cheer people up at the beginning of lockdown. And I will always, 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 always call you the queen of pom-poms for that, because you made so many people smile. Good morning, Janice. How are you today? Hopefully you've had a lovely weekend. And good morning, Deborah. How are things with you? And good morning, Brigitte. How are you? And hello, Amber, across the pond with Princess Curtain Crusher. And how are you too, Amber? Lovely to see you on this wonderful Monday morning. Wonderful Monday morning. And I've got my knitting in my little basket. So here we go. Look, there's just one project in it. Isn't it amazing? Not crammed full of stuff. So, yeah, I'll just do... Oh, I'm getting hiccups now. That's because I had an unusual... Well, it's not an unusual breakfast. But yesterday, I started looking at TripAdvisor because we might be going to Belgium. We may pop across.
Wow.
I know. So we're going to see how things go, but it's going to be very, very, very last minute if we do go. So anyway, our favourite restaurant in the world is now shut, which we're not happy about. But yes, I did put it into Google Translate, and it did say before the pandemic it was a restaurant, and it's been there forever, ever. Groothuishof, which we have absolutely loved forever, and it is now a marzipan and chocolate and fudge shop. So never mind, which was always next door. So I started looking through TripAdvisor and having a look around, and I just thought, oh my God, I'm getting really, really, really inspired now about travel. So who knows, we may go away. So yeah, I was having a little bit of a look around yesterday, which was wonderful. So we will see Not quite sure what's going to happen. We don't know, do we, whether everything is going to be okay by the end of October, or whether everyone's going to be going back to normal, i.e. not able to go out of the house. So we will see what happens. But yeah, feeling a little bit inspired that I may be able to travel a little bit. I think probably it's going to be early next year when we go, but we may go in November, who knows? So we'll see. Yeah, so I've still got all my tabs open. I was looking at all my different restaurants, my different hotels. Yeah, so we'll see if we actually get there. But yeah, favorite restaurant's gone, but never mind. After 20 odd years,
I just it's so demoralizing when you walk around. I suppose where you live, you probably don't notice it as much, but when you go to some of your the places that you like to go, and just out of the blue you realize that something's not there that used to be there.
Yeah,
it's yeah
it's really weird, the fact that things that have just become institutions in certain countries are no longer there. So we'll see, who knows. But I do think that, you know, to drive through the tunnel, turn left at France, go up the coast, and then go and pop to Bruges, you don't actually interact with that many people. Hotel will be lovely as usual, but I did get a silly little email the other day, actually this morning or yesterday, from a place called Efteling, and it's a little bit like Disney, but it's more about hobbits and fairy tales and stuff like that. So it's a little bit more Brothers Grimm than Disney. But I got that and I thought, oh, could we make a little detour up to the Netherlands and stay overnight there? Because that's all outside, isn't it, on fast rides? But Alan doesn't like fast rides, so it's never mind.
You've always wanted to go there, haven't you?
I have, and I just thought, you know what, it's probably going to be really quiet at the moment. So who knows? We may even pop there. But do you know what? The likelihood is I'm going to be staying in Les Bourses for the rest of the year. Oh dear. So anyway, I hope you're all okay. Should we catch up on chat? I've just realised we haven't done chat, have we? So Brigitte says, morning peeps, it's show number 279. Isn't that amazing? Wow. So 279. Deborah says, morning all. Amber says, good morning everyone from Princess Curtain Crusher. Yay! And Splodge does say hello. Splodge is somewhere. I'm sure Tofi and Bex are saying hello as well. Although Tofi's sort of in his own zone at the moment.
And Bex is sound asleep and snoring.
Oh, bless. Staffy says, good morning, folks. Oh, and some kisses. And Amber does say, and this is from all of us, we hope Tofi feels better soon. Yes. I think Tofi is old, beautiful. And yeah, part of getting old is having an unusual quirks, let's call it. Yeah. So we hope Tofi settles down. And Deborah says, fine, thanks, Angela. Thought I would have to miss Gogglefrogs today as we're going to the coast to stay in a caravan. Oh, my word. Wow. However, we lost all our lights last night. Oh, no. So we're waiting for the electrician to come. So I'm able to join you every cloud. Well, I hope that the electrician arrives soon and you get that sorted. Do you know what? Caravans, every time I go in a caravan, you know there's one sort of weather that you want, rain, so you can sit there and hear the pitter-patter on the roof. It's great. Do you know what, as well, talking about electrics and stuff, was it yesterday or the day before? Our electrics blew. Oh. And it was just like, what was that? So I went to the box, says, yeah, it's gone. So anyway, Alan started to look, and was it the cement mixer? Was it the kettle? Anyway, it was the kettle. We go through, I think the current kettle has lasted us nearly 2 years, but that's gone now. So that's blown. So I had to go out and get the camping stove. But between this house And our last apartment, yeah, we a kettle never lasts with us, but it does get heavy use with us. We probably have 13 to 20 cups of tea a day, so at least. So it's constantly on, so it gets heavy use. So we need to get a new kettle, but the camping stove is going at the moment with the whistling kettle on top, and I'm absolutely loving it because it's a real experience every time the whistle starts going. So I know what it's like when the electrics go. So I hope you've got them. I hope they're back on soon. Brigitta's saying, I know all about unusual quirks of getting old. Lol, yes. I think all of us do. It's like buying a new chair. Can't get that one. Can't get that one. Can't get that car because they're too blinking low.
Yeah.
Trying to get out of me, like, whoa. And it says, can't stay until the end today. Got to meet some people around 11. But nice to see you anyway. Lovely to see you, Janice, and lovely that you're seeing human beings in the flesh. Isn't that good? Yes. So let me just double check. I think I've done 2, 4. Yeah, I need another one. Another one.
I want to know what you're doing, but I think I'm going to... Shall we do some music?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is something quite zen, quite dreamy for today. So do enjoy.
So thank you so much to Brigitte and Deborah, who both knew what it was. So absolutely fabulous. Lark Ascending. Yes, wonderful music to start the day off. Do you feel all dreamy now and lovely? Robert will be back with us shortly. I'm sure he's just checking Tofi. So yeah, just love music like that, don't you? 2, 4, 6, 8. I've done an extra 2, so let me take 2 off. Yeah. Oh, hello.
Hi, sorry.
It's all right.
It was longer than it was. I thought I'll just run to the bathroom and then get a drink, and I've just spilled the drink all over me. But never mind. That'll teach me trying to juggle the laptop and a drink.
Do you know what I did the other day? I went into the fridge. I thought, oh, I forgot that I had this bit of salad and blah, blah, blah. So I pulled everything out, potato salad, coleslaw, everything. And then the beetroot. And as I pulled the beetroot, it went all down the front of my orange dress. And you know when you just think, oh no, it was just everywhere. It hit my handbag, but it didn't really matter on my handbag. Let's face it, with this, what are they? Kipling's, they're fine. And it's all multicolours. And I just thought, I just can't believe this. So anyway, put some Ace bleach on it. Let it soak in for a couple of hours. Put it in the washing machine. Good as new, thankfully. But you know when you have that little dress that you always put on when you're sitting in the garden, when it's sunny, and it's just really, really nice. Yeah, so I thought it was ruined, but it's not. So I know what it's like when you spill a drink on you. Yeah, so I had a fun day. And obviously the air was not blue when that happened. Oh dear. So hopefully it's okay. Everyone was saying how lovely that was, Lark Ascending, and Janice said that it nearly sent her off to sleep, but lovely. It is one of those that if you put that music on late at night in your bedroom, I'm sure you go to sleep. Anne Louise says hello, good morning everyone, just joined from sunny Derby. Lovely to see you too. Yeah, so I didn't know what that was, the music, but I've heard it lots of times. So it's really nice when you end up finding out what that piece of music is. So thank you. So, yeah, so Robert, sorry, I just had to, let me just announce this now. So I started making the sauce for the bolognese about half an hour ago, and I've got it on the lowest setting that there is because I want the onions and all of that beautiful garlic to just reduce so slowly. And I thought, what I don't want to do is burn it while Gogglefrogs is on. So it's on really, really low. yeah, so that's okay. So I went flying in to check that, but I put 6 or 7 biggish things of garlic in, 2 huge onions. The next thing that's going to go in, which won't be for a good couple of hours yet, is all those beautiful tomatoes. So thank you so much, Brigitte. They are going to be going in, and I'm making a lasagna. And can I just say, there's a word coming up that no one wants to say about later this year, seasonality, etc. That Christmas thing, I'm doing lasagna again for Christmas Day. And I think that lots of households will be doing different things this year, won't they? As we now don't just have food shortages, we've now got a CO2 shortage, which sort of says to me, do you know what? We just need to buy fresher stuff. Get it to the supermarket, get it into our fridges much, much quicker, rather than having really, really long shelf lives. I know that it's just what we will probably have to do. So who knows? We could be having smash and sausages for Christmas Day dinner. Who knows what we're going to... But the one thing that you can say is, as long as we've got a little bit of crafting, a little bit of knitting around, we'll be happy, won't we? I'm sure we'll all find a bottle of something, whether it's wine, whether it's sparkling water, whether it's a bit of Prosecco. It'll all go down fine. But I did wake up this morning thinking, oh, interesting. Food shortages are going to be back. But it's, well, you just think it's just about having, like if I can't make a normal lasagna, I'll get lots of sweet potato and squash and things like that, whatever there is around. And let's face it, we're coming up to pumpkin season, so there's lots of squash around, isn't there, all over the place. So we'll just have to we'll have a look and see. So if it's a meat-free lasagna, hubby will not be pleased, but as long as there's no prawns, there's no salmon in it, he'll be happy. So that's fine. And Brigitte says Vaughan Williams, Lark Ascending, was #1 of the Classic FM Top 300 for quite a few years. Thank you so much. I always find on Classic FM there's certain shows that are really, really good, but then there's certain shows with stuff that isn't really to my taste, and I don't quite know who the presenters or who the shows are that I should follow. So maybe I should have a little bit of a listen when it comes up to Christmas. And good morning, Georgie. She says, sorry I'm late. You're never late for Gogglefrogs. I'm feeding next door neighbours' cats. Oh, isn't that lovely? And those little puddy woodies are being looked after by the wonderful Georgie. I bet they're really happy to have you looking after them. I don't know where my splodgy dodgy is, but she went flying out. Do you know what? She tootles to the kitchen and looks all sheepish. And I know that's a case of, are you going to open the kitchen door so I can run straight through and go to the side of the house rather than jumping over the bins? So she ran outside and then decided to hide behind the radiator that's been taken off the wall, because we're putting a new radiator on at some point this week. So she thought she was hiding, but her whole tail was exposed. So I sort of said her name, and then she realised I could see her. Then she jumped in a little box that's, again, for the tip, for the recycling, and then I shut the door. So I don't know where she's gone now, but yeah. Yeah, so Splodgy Dodgy's around and about at the moment. And because it's not hot, but it's not freezing cold, she loves this weather as well. So if it's hot, all she does is sleep all day. She finds she goes to the privets at the bottom of the garden, just goes to sleep underneath them. But yeah, so that's good. And good morning, Marion.
Hi, Marion.
She's been faffing around doing other bits and pieces. I'm glad. We need to be faffing around all the time, don't we, doing things?
But there's a time for faffing. And Gary's time for faffing is when he says, when I say goodnight, and he says, oh, I'm going to come up as well. And that means he's going to faff, which then means I get even grumpier because I don't get to go to sleep until he stopped faffing. and I never know quite how long the faffing is actually going to last.
Well, do you know what? I have to say, I don't know what happened last night when I went to bed. I went up to bed, and like this hot. Oh, went upstairs, and the tray that I'd taken breakfast upon was still on the other side of the bed. It was just like, I can't go to bed with this. So I had to take that down. Then I got into bed. I thought, it's hot. So then I got out of bed without my glasses on to try and put the fan on. Well, it's got a remote control. And I looked on the other side of the bed. It wasn't there. I looked on the top of the fan. It wasn't there. I then had to put the blinking light on, find my glasses to find this blinking remote control, which was now on the floor. So I picked that up, put that on. I got back into bed. And then I thought, oh, I don't know. It's full moon at some point. So I jumped back out of bed to look at the moon. The full moon is actually today, but I like to see it the day before and the day after. So, yeah, it was just one of those nights that eventually I got to sleep. And then I had to go to sleep listening to an Alan Bennett talking head. So, yeah. So that was last night. Why do I keep doing this? 2, 4, 6, 8. I keep putting 10 on instead of 8 on. That's interesting. So, yeah. So I think there's quite a lot of faffing going on at the moment, isn't there? Just because it's because it's coming up to full moon and there's that little bit of unsettledness out there, which there tends to be. Cat will start going funny, which she is. She's I really had to encourage her to get to eat a breakfast this morning. So we will see. So anyway, do tell us if you started any new projects or anything. But what I did was I pulled out some pattern. I just pulled out a handful of stuff. So let me put that back. And I found this, which is lovely.
Oh.
I know. And you know what? I absolutely love. I absolutely love that one. Oh, blimey. So hard when you're trying to do this, isn't it? It's fine when they're little, but when they're big, it's really hard. Right, I'm going to turn it round now. So there's this one here. There we go. Trying to get light is just a nightmare, isn't it? Right, so that one's really nice. Love that little one. Is that done? Yeah. And this little top is really nice as well. And I thought, how simple is that? But it's just got, around the top, it's got rib. And it makes it so beautiful. So I am wondering whether to make that. Because you know me and my little black tops. I love my black tops. But there's just so many. This is the one, though, that I absolutely love. This. Hello, Tracy. Good morning. Absolutely.
You've always been taken by that. And I think that's what you should do with your noir.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be this one. So we're going to be doing this. Now it says, oh yeah, that's the lace diamond shawl. Yes, so I love that, and I think it's going to be that. So we'll start that at some point. But I also, and I know that everyone loved this. This is one that I knitted, isn't it? And on that one, it's really quite patterned on the back, but I think it would be easier not to have the patterning. And B, I don't know why you have the pattern, to be honest, if you are doing something that is in a beautiful variegated yarn, because you really don't need pattern in it. And I never put the edging around mine either. I think with this one, you could probably do the standard shawl, forget about all of the pattern, and then you could just do an edge. And I thought, if I'm changing it that much, then why don't I just rewrite the pattern myself? Because that's now out of stock. Wendy have gone under anyway, haven't they? There isn't Wendy anymore. So I'm going to have a look and possibly try and do that again, and adapting it to what I think. Because It's a beautiful, beautiful pattern, and it is so simple to do. It looks a lot more complicated than it actually is. And after I finished it all, I know that you will all remember me saying, I'm sure I had an extra ball. Yes, I did have an extra ball. I found it after I finished. So I could do some edging. And to be honest, I think I might just try and do a little Picot Edge all around. And then, I don't know if I've ever shown you this one, but I've just got to be careful that I'm not showing you any. Oh, yeah, this is fine. People have spoken about a certain knitting hotel down in, is it Dawlish? That's Belinda Harris Reed. And this is one of the patterns that I found that I've got of hers. So I love this style. And it's so weird that I bought a lovely mint choc chip green and a light grey and like an ecru colour. Put them together to make this. It looked hideous, absolutely hideous together. So at some point I am going to do this again, but this is one of those that you have, if ever you see her patterns at a show, do buy some, because they're beautiful patterns that she does. She does her own wool. I've never bought her wool, but most of the patterns like that are just these three. And what you do is you cast on about, I don't know, I haven't looked at this pattern in ages, but you cast on loads, you do a little bit of short row shaping around here, and then when you get to here, you change the colour and you cast on a few at the other end, and that's how it works. But the difference with this is she's got all this beautiful, it looks like lacy stuff that helps it flow so much more. And that's why I was really taken with her pattern here. So she's really quite interesting to look at. A lot of her stuff, I bought several patterns. Her husband was lovely and sent me, I'm sure it's her husband, and sent me one of them in the post because they'd, or by email, because they'd run out of it, which was fine. But I do have to say some of them are very lacy in terms of the pattern. And I have bought a couple of those, and I know I'll never do it, but I just like looking at them every so often. But this is one that you can do, and it's called Jazz. So yeah, it's a really lovely one, and you just need 3 contrasting colours. Yeah, but be careful with your colours, because the colours you think will match don't, and the ones that you don't think will match do. And how often does that happen in the Attic 24, that people take some of the colors out and think, I'm really not taken with that brown or that orange or ochre, and actually when you put it in the pattern, it's beautiful. This lady is called Belinda Harris Reed. She was on 4 in a Bed. So she has Belinda Harris Reed. Yeah, she's really, really lovely. Her patterns are fantastic. She's somebody with lots of personality. And if ever you meet her, please do chat to her. She's absolutely lovely. So yeah, that's one that I just thought, I'm going to have to find some lovely wools. Ones that I don't necessarily think will go together, and just put them together and just make it work. So that's what I'm going to do. But it's beautiful, beautiful patterns, and they're just like feathers, a little bit like feathers. And then I found this book as well that I know I've talked about before. I think I'll have to read it this time. Make sure that no more shoulders are too big for me. But it's really nice. And in here, I was reading through again, and it's so true. It says, plus size if you're over a size 16. You still have shape, and you're supposed to knit that shape. And I think that's something that we forget about. We do forget about that. And so it talks about the apple shape, the pear shape, the athletic shape, the hourglass, and the inverted triangle. And it's just making sure that you know which one that you are. So when you pick in patterns, you know what will look best. And it is so true. Things with V-necks, lower necks, rounded necks, not high necks for my shape, and everything there. Yeah, it looked really, really good. So I will read this again at some point. And those were a few things that I just picked up this morning to share with you. And Louise says, so Louise has got the jazz pattern on Ravelry. It looks lovely. Added to my list. Yes. Perfect. It's on Ravelry. Yeah, I do like having a physical copy. I know we can't always. And Tracy said, what's her name again? Belinda Harris. That's Harris Reed. Yay! There we go. There it is. There. Can you see that? You can see it a lot better now, can't you? Where it is at the top of the like feathers, the rose. There is it's not just like a stocking. It's not like what do you call it, stitch. There's a bit more to it.
Yeah,
does look beautiful.
I love the drape on it. Look at that.
And that's something that she does her own wools, but it's all about the drip with her. And what I love is she's a lady with shape.
Wow.
And when you are somebody with more curves, you need things to flow. And she just nails it every time. So some of her stuff is amazing. Absolutely love it. And you can use anything that's in your stash for these patterns. You know that we can always change the wool. But she does some lovely stuff. I've got this. It's a big circular thing. It looks like a tablecloth. It is so intricate. I know I'll never, ever, ever make it, but I just had to have it to look at. I just had to have the pattern. So, yeah. So Tracy said, just realised when she Googled her, she bought one of her patterns from the knitting event a couple of years ago at Fibre East. Yeah, we buy a lot at Fibre East, don't we? We buy an awful lot of stuff at Fibre East. Yeah, she did some, she has some really lovely like tops that have got like a almost like a pom-pom stitch, and then lots of what would you call them? So lots of gaps, so they hang. They're really nice. And Safi says follows her on Instagram. She seems lovely. Yeah, and it is one of those things that I do want to go and stay at her hotel because it just looks lovely. Like,
so if I remember rightly, Tracy was away at a crafting hotel last week.
No, it was another one. She was going to. There's another one down there.
Yeah, I said at a crafting hotel last week.
Sorry, as I said, at her. Yes. How was it? Let us know how it was.
Yes. And then Linda, Phillips, and Sue have gone to the same knitting retreat this week. So I've told them to post lots of pictures.
Yeah.
So, and I've just realised you're doing something new. What are you doing?
No, it's not new, but I'm doing it on straight needles. It's knit night.
But it's a new one.
I started it. Oh, yeah. Sorry. No, I started it last Wednesday, didn't I?
No, you were still doing the light blue.
What? Oh, sorry. Maybe I started on Saturday. I can't remember.
Did your mum like the blue? Or have you not finished it?
The blue is down there. It was almost finished, but I dropped a few stitches.
Oh, I remember.
And to pick it up, what I'm doing is I need to do a video to show people how to put in a lifeline. So that's why I haven't finished it, because I just need the right lighting, and I think I'll probably sit outside and do it. So that might get done later today. Yeah. And Safi says, yes, it looks amazing, but it's booked up forever. Yeah. Tracy said, certainly did. Totally brilliant. We did resin art. What is resin art? Glass fusion, enameling, silk painting, mosaic, copper glass etching, and decoupage. I think that was it, lol. I think that was more than enough for most people to do in a month. And you did it in a few short days. Absolutely brilliant. So do share some pictures of how it was. So have you taken lots of beautiful things home? I know every time I go and do one of these workshops, I think, oh, I'd love to do that. And then you realise if I do, it means I've got to get rid of some of this stuff. Oh, wow. They do taster sessions, which are 90 minutes each. That's brilliant. Yeah. Enameling, that'd be silk paint. All of them are amazing. Yeah. So what was your favourite, Tracy? What did you like the most? And did you go with Viv? Did Viv go as well? So let us know what you found the most exciting.
I've always wanted to do decoupage, but I think I wouldn't be adventurous enough. I think I'd be quite boring with it.
No, I think certain people's houses were just every single freestanding object was covered in decoupage, wasn't it? Yeah, it looks beautiful. Yes, Viv and I. The resin art was amazing. Oh, I'm not actually sure what resin art is. Is that where you make like little balls and put all different colours together and make stuff? We'll have a look and see what resin art is. Sorry, I'm just finishing this row because I haven't done any knitting for 2 days now. Oops, there we go. Oops, daisy.
Right, let's do Facebook.
Yeah.
Stop me. I haven't watched Saturday, so stop me when we get to stuff that we've already seen.
Yeah, if I remember.
Louise says, just finished this amigurumi dolphin for a friend's daughter.
Oh, that is so cute. The colour and everything is beautiful. And can I just say as well, the facial expressions are so amazing at times. And we've all done it, haven't we, when something looks horror-stricken. And you think, oh, I didn't quite get that smile right. But that smile is perfect. So well done. What was I looking for? I was looking for resin art.
Tracy's just posted some, so
bear
with. Deborah says, can't wait for Yarndale this weekend, going with eldest daughter and littlest grandson. Oh, wow. There we go. There's resin art. Wow.
That's
beautiful.
It is. Oh. So you put like a clear resin over the top. Is this what they do, like tabletops, when they put lots of penny coins in and then put resin over the top, and you can do it with floors as well?
Yeah.
Realise. I like that too.
Dawn has shared this about crafters, what my husband thinks I do, what society thinks I do, what friends think I do, what my mum thinks I do, what I think I do, and then what I actually do. Yeah, just look at lots and lots of stuff and think, oh yeah, I can do that, I can do that, I can do that. Linda says, just a bit proud. These are crochet slippers made by my daughter-in-law using my pattern. Made the pattern up about 5 years ago to fit all sizes, and many pairs have been made since. Some with sock stop to prevent slipping. Great stash busters too. Oh, well done, Linda.
I found my sock stop as well. It's it's in the other room, and I thought, oh, I must stick them on the bottom of something. I do love using that stuff. I really do.
Sue says won't be joining us as she's on a retreat this week. With Linda, but I think we come to that post in a second. Helen says Barcelona was done this weekend. The French port one done earlier in the month took longer as it was rather tricky. So this is back to jigsaws.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, brilliant. I love that French port one. Fran says completed a wee baby cardigan using some LRA Cozy Soft prints bought from Gogglefrogs and hand delivered by Robert, combined with some ice yarns bonito, using a pattern from a magazine. It's for the wee madam in the last photo trying her daddy's cap on my youngest grandbaby Daisy. So look at that. I love how she's picked colour to complement the Cozy Ray. That's gorgeous.
That's lovely.
It is. And that's
and then so different. Oh, what a cutie.
Yeah.
What an absolute cutie.
There's Linda, says she's going to the same retreat as Sue.
Yay.
Deborah, found this UFO when I was having my wall sort out. It's a workday scarf, I think. Couldn't remember how to do it though, but it's very easy, but trusty knit companion came up trumps.
I love the colours.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, isn't it?
That is so autumn.
Yeah.
So can you remember what that yarn is, Deborah?
I think that looks like Riot.
Oh, maybe.
I think.
If it is, let me know, because I love that colour. And if it is, I'm going to get some.
Brigitte, just a simple project to pick up between picking pounds of tomatoes and making things for the freezer. It's Katia Fair Cotton.
Oh, that looks lovely. Sorry, just onto patterns like that. I do think they look incredible. That when you have those neutral colours, they go with absolutely everything. Whereas when you have colour, they don't necessarily go with everything. When I got up today and I thought there's no way I could put my black and yellow scarf on today because I've got purples and stuff like that, but that goes with everything. I love things like that.
Deborah says also making chunky headbands.
Deborah, that is gorgeous. Is this one of your patterns, or is it one that you've found somewhere? Because I do need to make myself some headbands. I really do. Yeah. Oh, there's 3 more colours to come in that shawl. Thank you, Brigitte. That's brilliant.
Marion has posted my latest jigsaw, finished 1,000 pieces. It's called Autumn. Took nearly a week. Thank you for the gift. I came close to spinning it at one stage. So glad I've persevered. So, as you know, Marion hasn't been able to knit for a while and has been doing jigsaws, and she wanted to do a 1,000-piece one. So, on behalf of all of us Gogglefroggers, we bought her this puzzle.
Oh, fabulous!
And yeah, she's completed it. So brilliant.
Oh,
well done.
Amazing.
This is 3 days ago, so I think you've seen this one.
Yeah, that was 3 days ago. But on that article, I have now read the article. And very interesting that she says that knitting makes you focus. Which is why when she is, again, when people go to conference, people start to doodle, don't they? If you're listening to stuff, sometimes the way you actually take information in is when you're doing something else. So really interesting that she knits all the time, although they didn't know what she was knitting. These are cute.
Georgie has shared these lovely trolls head crowns that you can buy pre-made in various different colours.
They're funny.
They are.
So funny.
Angela says, lovely to see you this morning. Here's the book that I spoke about and 2 of the patterns that inspired me. and that every time you pick it up, you see something different. Yes, it's interesting, isn't it? That you go through and you think, oh, I'd never do that, and then you pick it back up and think, oh, I could do that.
Yeah,
this is lovely. I like this.
it is, isn't it? It's just so different. So I'm gonna and that I thought it's coming to Christmas, and people always think, what do I want for Christmas? And sometimes it might be a book that you think, do you know what, I want that pattern, so I don't want to spend 15 quid or 10 quid on a book myself, so I'll put it on a list. And then you might get what you want. And I think we've gone through these on the last show.
Lovely. Right.
Yeah. So Deborah said, so Brigitte says there's 3 more patterns to that shawl. So it'll be interesting to see what the colours are. Tracy also said, going back to the resin, glue and paint, and then you use a hot gun to move the paint and glue about to create your own design. That sounds really, really interesting. And on that, we watched a program about Bob Ross. Does anyone remember Bob Ross, the painter? A bit like Knitting with Nancy Kaminsky, I think it was. Bob Ross was an American in the 70s. It was wild curly hair who did all this amazing drawing, and it was what went wrong after he died with the company and the family and everything. So anyway, we watched that last night, and that was incredible to see his pictures. Deborah says, no, Angela, it's not your pattern, Deborah. Making them for your Etsy shop. It's a paid pattern, but the designer gives permission for selling, with the link back to her. I will post the link. Thank you very much. Yes, I like a lovely what is it? And the thing is, when you buy them, sometimes they're too tight or too loose. So when you can actually make them, it's quite nice, isn't it? So that would be great. Thank you very much, Deborah. Thank you, because we all love a good headband, don't we? Well, I do. Oh, do you know what? Even when I get my hair cut, I still wear hairbands. I just prefer them. I just can't be bothered to do the full thingy with my hair. Thank you so much, Deborah. So
what are you up to today?
Well, making this sauce, which will take probably 5 or 6 hours. I've got a video to do the bottom of the garden. Yeah, who knows? What are you doing? Are you going back to bed after this?
Yeah, I'm going to go and get some more sleep, I think.
Yeah.
And then I really need to get my arse in gear and start emailing people about Sheringham.
Oh.
And get that sorted. Otherwise, there won't be a Sheringham to go to. That's it, really. Just a bit of a chill day, I think.
Yeah, I think we all need chill days, don't we? Deborah says, you're welcome. Thanks for a lovely morning. Thank you for joining us. Lovely to see you. And Safi says they've been showing Bob's show on BBC4, and it is on iPlayer. He was so lovely to watch. Yeah. If you've not seen any of his work, just have a look at Bob Ross. His paintings were absolutely amazing. All they did was this all over, and created the most beautiful scenes. Absolutely amazing. And then, like on this program, it showed how easily you just put in a huge great tree, you know, and you'd have this beautiful picture, and then suddenly put this tree, put fencing up. Honestly, he made it look so simple. And he could he do a picture in like 5 minutes? I think when he went on TV, they used to give him something, and he'd create this beautiful landscape in like 5 minutes flat. But yeah, really, really, really lovely guy. I really enjoyed him. And I think he was one of my husband's heroes when he was young. And he did say that it's probably who inspired him to take up art. So yeah, it's really, really good, isn't it, when you're able to do that. And Amber says, thank you for a wonderful start to the week. See you on Saturday. Love watching Bob as a kid. Yeah. I think that lots of us enjoyed watching Bob and other people. I tell you what my favourite was, and I don't know if anyone remembers this, you certainly won't, but Farmhouse Kitchen with Dorothy Slater. Do you know, I used to love it when I was sick from school. It meant I could lie on the settee and watch Farmhouse Kitchen. I think it was on at 1:35 on an afternoon. Yeah, and that's what I used to love. So anyway, Louise says thanks for a great show. Have a great week, everyone. And I hope, let me just double check. Deborah, hope the guy comes to sort out the lights soon so you can get off to the coast and enjoy. And remember, it's full moon today. So I don't know where you'll be, but if you're around Whitby, you know what happens at full moons. I'm only joking. So, and I still do have this. Do you know what? Me and my mum are going to rent a camper van and go on a little road trip across Belgium. So when we're able to, and when it's a bit warmer, but we will do that. And Marion says, take care, see you soon. So I think that's a perfect place to close. So I will be back Wednesday night, 8 p.m. So look forward to seeing you. And I will, because I think I'm going to be on my own, going solo again on Wednesday night. So I'll have a little bit of a look around and pick up some more books for you to share with you, and we can share a little bit more inspiration. And if there's anything that you really like, let us know, because you know, we've just mentioned Belinda Harris Reid, and again, we've got, I could do that pattern, I could do that pattern. So I think it's really nice, isn't it? And we're going to be in that frantic time now as well. What am I going to create for winter? Because winter is when we all want knitted goods. So anyway, without further ado, see you Wednesday night, 8 p.m. And thank you so much, Robert. Go back to bed and get some sleep.
And I may see you Wednesday. If not, it'll be Saturday.
Okay, see you later. Bye.
Bye.